Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Oh, welcome to DBL. I'm Sam in for Tori. We've got the one and only Dr. Coley joining us today. Thank you so much. Okay, so we do have a shocking headline. I had to read this multiple times, okay? So we need your input. Elon Musk, everybody follow me, says his Neuralink company has successfully implanted its first brain chip into a human test subject, okay? This sounds like something from the future. He said the patient is recovering well and the initial results are promising. Okay, wow.
Oof. Okay, I don't know what kind of movie this is from, but I'm interested. So Dr. Coley, talk to us about what this brain implant is said to do, like what it's supposed to do and what we can expect from it.
So it's very fascinating. It's a little computer chip that's implanted behind your ear. It's about the size of a coin. And out of that chip comes out all these wires. These wires are much, much smaller than human hairs. So tiny little wires.
Like nano wires?
With over 1,000 electrodes. And they go into the part of the brain that controls our intention to move. And the idea here is this little computer reads your brain's thoughts and interprets the brain's signals and then translates them into an electrical impulse, submits it to an app, and then the app does whatever your brain is thinking. So it's a way for people who are quadriplegic with spinal cord injury or ALS, they can't move, to actually take their thoughts and turn it into something on the computer.
Wow. Could this be reverse engineered where you could control the app and then control how the person moves?
So you're raising some potential ethical questions, but actually it's funny because in medicine, we're used to it being the opposite. We have implanted chips into people's brains for some time now.
Right.
These are called deep brain stimulators. We use them in Parkinson's. We even use them in people who have tremors or obsessive compulsive disorder, where you put in a little electrode that sends electrical impulses to the brain because that part of the brain is not working. We do this in the heart with pacemakers, right?
Right.
The electricity goes down, we put in an electrical box and it sends it in.
I was thinking of like cochlear implants as well. So is this what you would say to somebody that would be worried that we might be creating cyborgs?
You know, I think scientifically this is not all that new, but ethically I'm starting to have some concerns about it for a few reasons. One, I think the animal studies in this particular situation with this new technology, where you're not sending impulses into the brain, you're getting them out of the brain, it just isn't there. In fact, some of the monkey studies, there were some concerns because the monkeys had brain swelling, they had seizures, but then Elon Musk responded to those by saying, well, these were terminal monkeys, and that's the reason they studied those. But I think that it's been rushed a little bit. We don't know what the long-term effects are either of this type of a technology. And to your point, Al, what you raised is that, well, if I have a thought, I want to go hurt somebody, and then the computer acts out on it, and I say, well, the computer malfunctioned. I mean, that opens up a whole new can of worms, right?
Right.
Because it's technology. I could blame the technology and say, well, it wasn't me, it was the technology malfunctioning. Now, on top of that, a robot puts these wires into your brain. So it uses like a sewing needle to punch little holes in your skull. So what's the safety of that? And how well have we studied that in medicine as well?
Kind of reminds
We
me
have a
of
lot of
that
questions.
doctor, that documentary about the doctors doing the throat replacements and they weren't working and they couldn't find any documented proof of this working in even animals, but people were so excited about it, they made him this huge star, and by the time people found out that it was all a fraud, a lot of poor people were dead.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay, so we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to talk about Shannon Doherty. She did reveal that she started a new treatment to help with her stage 4 cancer diagnosis. In fact, here's what she said about that in her podcast. Listen.
I'm on a new, cancer infusion. And, after 4 treatments, we didn't really see a difference and everybody wanted me to switch. And I just kind of was like, we're going to keep going with this and see. And, after the 6th, 7th treatment, we really saw it breaking down the blood-brain barrier. Do I call that a miracle? Yeah. For me, that happens to be a miracle right now.
Okay, so break this down for us because a lot of people don't understand that obviously every cancer is going to be different to treat, but with brain cancer specifically.
You know, any cancer that gets into the brain, guys, our brain has a barrier around it that protects things from getting in. It's called the blood-brain barrier. Shannon actually referred to it. And it's kind of a bunch of cells that keep out toxins. They provide nutrition to the brain. So to get chemotherapy or medicines into the brain is a real challenge. In fact, in the past, what they've had to do with people who have brain tumors is inject the chemotherapy into the brain, and then that chemotherapy causes inflammation and swelling and all kinds of other problems. So to try to penetrate the blood-brain barrier with a medication given systemically, it's quite an advance, and people have been using all kinds of different technologies. There's a company that does ultrasound waves to poke little holes in the cells so that the drugs can get in, and they have about 30 minutes. I'm not sure which infusion Shannon got, but the idea of using systemic medications to treat tumors in the brain, that's a real scientific advance, because a lot of times we either just have to use radiation or, like I said, inject something directly into the brain.
Let's get to some important news, okay? Stanley Cups.
Yes, finally, Jeff. We've been dancing
All
around
this
it for 5 minutes
mumbo
up here.
I know.
Let's talk Stanley Cups, okay? Because there's a new thing coming out that there may be lead in these Stanley Cups. I believe the Solo company put this out, that there's lead now in Stanley Cups. Nobody got that?
I got it.
Thanks, everybody.
Solo cup.
Yeah, so is this really true that they're made with lead? And what are the risks if there are? This sounds crazy to me.
There are made with lead. In fact, the company says in a formal statement that's the industry standard. And,
Is
and they're
it?
right, it is. But here's the thing, there's a stainless steel coating on top of the lead. So unless your cup is damaged, technically you're not going to get exposure to the lead. But this to me raises a bigger issue, which is regulation of these types of things, including like cooking utensils and all these substances that we use in our everyday life that our kids are exposed to, that we stick in the dishwasher. We don't know what happens to that coating when we stick it in the dishwasher. So where is the regulation around these types of things? Because lead toxicity can be real. It can have cardiovascular effects, neurological effects, and especially in kids because they absorb lead more quickly and they don't get rid of it as efficiently. So
Yeah, not to make it a political thing, but this is what I always think about with regulation. You know, it's a big talking point, like the government's trying to regulate me because they're thinking about their business. I think about things like this, baby food. Like you need something to make sure these companies are regulated because they will put glass in there if it's cheaper. These companies don't care, so you have to like really.
Same with that red dye, right?
I think they do to some extent, right? There's a number.
Because they're forced to.
They allow a certain amount of plastics to get into people's bodies or a certain amount of lead to be exposed, and they deem what is safe or not.
There's industry standards,
Right.
but should they be putting warnings, right? Because let's say you're drinking out of plastic bottles all day long. Maybe one single bottle's exposure is not that much, but doing it repetitively over many years could potentially increase your risk.
Whew. Dr. Coley, we thank you. As always, DBL Nation, go follow Dr. Coley on social media at Pyle Coley MD. Also, be sure to subscribe to her YouTube page, plus check out her podcast, Heart of Medicine, wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you again, Dr. Coley. Coming up on DBL, we are talking with comedian and friend of the show, Jeff Dunham. He's telling us all about his Valentine's Day themed special. Plus, the Taylor effect is raking in millions for the NFL. We're going to talk all about it next.
So glad Dr. Coley's here to talk to us. Even though I tried to run you over in the parking lot. I did a quick outfit change.
Who's that person? No, I got scared because I was about to turn right into the middle of the room.
Yeah, so I ran home to I didn't love my jacket, so I ran home to change, and then I left my badge. So I had to call Jeray from the gate, and I called Jeray. I left my keys in my car in front of the gate. I was like, Jeray, you got this. So yes, the whole it takes a village. So yes, we appreciate it.
That's a pretty color.
Dr. Coley, though, I wanted to ask you really. So overall, are you excited about this?
Don't look at
the Neuralink.
I'm excited, but I do think that the media attention is taking it to a level that makes me nervous because, you know, we're getting caught up in the hype and Elon Musk and all of that. So I'm really excited, but I don't want the politics and the media to get ahead of the science.
Yeah, and I wonder at this point in his career and in our minds if there's any way to talk to him and talk about him without it being political, because he's made it a lot more about him than it is the product.
About the technology.
Right. Yeah. It's you know, so we shall see. And I mean, I don't know, with the idea of Neuralink, I just feel like it opens up a Pandora's box. But all the good things.
I don't like the interface of technology and medicine because medicine will move forward with technology. But again, we want to do it in a way where we do the clinical trials, we know it's safe before we start rolling it out.
Trial smiles, you know, we're gonna wing it.
You have much more.
It sounds good.
Yeah, good vibes in the air.
That you have a lot
But
of
yes,
friends.
I don't think they really want to wait around for the trials.
But you are
I think they
guys
want
are.
it to
But
be
I
a
like that
movie,
you also have a science
and they don't realize how slow, you know, science and research works.
And I'm okay with ALS
You know that it's
patients.
Larry David?
When it starts getting to
it's
healthy
hilarious.
people, that's when it starts to make me nervous because things get abused.
Whoa, Scorsese over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big shot Rob.
Wow, big
That's
shot
right.
Rob. Welcome back to DBL. The Taylor Swift effect has apparently generated millions of dollars for the NFL and Kansas City Chiefs. A new report says ever since Taylor started showing up to games to cheer on her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, she has boosted the brand value of the NFL and the Chiefs to a tune of more than $330 million. $330 million. Most of that value was tied to digital content and news online featuring Taylor. Taylor has attended 9 regular season games and 3 playoff games, including Sunday night's division championship game on Sunday. Meantime, at this time, the average ticket to the Super Bowl is averaging around $10,000. And on some resale sites, a single ticket is going for as high as $30,000. Jeff, I mean, I'm sure your dream is to always go to Super Bowl. Can you imagine 10 to 30 grand?
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't go. You know, I'd love to take my kids to Super Bowl. It's kind of on my
What if the
bucket
Bears
list.
got in?
I can't afford it. I can't afford 10 grand per ticket to go to the Super Bowl. I always equate everything to crab legs. Like, how many crab legs can I get for that money? Much
so
money.
random.
That's a great way to
No,
look
because
at it.
I'm like, I could watch, I could rent, I could buy a great TV, right? Supersized TV, put it in there and eat as many crab legs as I could. What would that cost?
Gluttony.
And then you
No,
gotta,
but then I don't have to go to the
hospital
Super
bill
Bowl.
after.
Yeah. I just equate it to that. But yeah,
I got a guy. I got a crab leg.
Oh, you do, Erica,
Yeah.
do you?
I got
course
I
she
do.
does.
Costco.
So what do we think about the Taylor Swift effect?
You know, this is capitalism. Like, it's the world we live in. You have a situation there. To me, this feels very posh David Beckham. Like, this is our generation's posh David Beckham. And the amount of money and the fanfare and how many people made money off of these two people and their love story, it's the ultimate merger. So I know that doesn't necessarily give you the warm and fuzzies.
I was going to say very romantic. Is that how your husband proposed? Let's make this merger.
Well, you know,
You're right,
most
though.
relationships are, to be quite honest. I mean, there's love and then there's the business aspect of it, and this is what we're seeing.
Is there any other celebrity, in your opinion, that could produce this effect?
No.
Not even Beyonce?
No.
What?
No, this is something like I've never seen. Now, I don't want to give Taylor all the credit. We have to remember all the variables in play here. We did have the Detroit Lions playing this weekend. They haven't won anything in 30 years. They have a very fervent fan base that wants to see them win, so they did generate a lot of interest. But at this point, it's just like the confluence of stars. I mean, we don't even talk about Patrick Mahomes, who may be the best quarterback ever. The Chiefs have found themselves in the crosshairs of the highest pop celebrity and the highest NFL celebrities all at the same time, almost at the peak of their powers. And I think these are the results.
All right. Taylor Swift effect. Coming up on DBL, comedian Jeff Dunham and his friend Walter are telling us all about their I'm with Cupid Valentine's Day special.
Welcome back. Jeff Dunham is one of the biggest comets in the planet. You see what I did there? That wasn't funny. I'm with Cupid. Him and his gang are really spreading the love this time around. Listen, Jeff Dunham, everybody. Let's roll it.
So let's talk about your new special, I'm with Cupid. Okay. It's coming out February 3rd, and it's all about love and relationships. So how do you and Walter like to celebrate Valentine's Day?
We do not celebrate Valentine's Day together. We don't even like each other. We just work together. It's kind of like on your set. No, they like each other.
I agree with Walter.
That's nice.
Walter, I have to say I love how you dressed as Cupid in this. So what's your favorite part about the holiday? Tell us.
Okay, you saw that? Is this in the clip that you're going to see me as Cupid? Yes, okay, let's hang on for this. Just hang on here. Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
It's not funny. It's elder abuse. That's what it is. Look at that. My nipples are chapped.
It happens when you get older. You know? All right, guys. I got to talk to you about Valentine's Day. I'm not a big fan, but will this special change my mind?
Oh, what do you think, Walter? No, as Jeff said before, if you hate Valentine's now, after you watch our special, you're going to hate it even more. And by the way, speaking of love, I listen to you guys, I get a feeling there's some Swifties there on the cast. Is that correct?
Very much so.
If we want to get cast later on in things, yeah, you have to like certain people.
You know how much a 30-second ad is going to cost during the Super Bowl? $7 million or 8 front-row Taylor Swift concert tickets. Did you know that?
All right, well, I have to ask you because obviously, Walter, we love you, love when you show up, but, you know, there's a lot of characters in your world, Jeff. One of the characters that turns head is Ahmed. We haven't seen him for a while. Is he in the new special?
Well, there's kind of been an edict that Ahmed doesn't make it on television much anymore.
But, however, there is another character in our Valentine's special that looks suspiciously like Ahmed, but is not Ahmed.
No, it's a Greek god.
A Greek god named Archimedes.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Is he ripped?
Is he what?
Is he ripped? Is he like in good shape? Walter, are you jealous?
I don't know.
No, he has a toga on and he's all boned. We don't know. Is he ripped? How do we want to know that? That's the weirdest question today yet.
I've never seen a Greek god that was out of shape. They're all in good shape.
So, well, the way this happened was I knew there could be no Ahmed. He wasn't in my last special in Meet the People in Washington, D.C. for all good reasons. He's not on the air anymore. But this was kind of like me driving down the freeway. You get stuck in traffic. You got a four-wheel drive vehicle. You go, I'm going that way. Well, that's what I decided to do with Archimedes. So Ahmed's in the special, but he's not really in the special. So there you go.
I can't wait.
Some behind the scenes. All right, Jeff, this is your 12th special. Congratulations. You're one of the most famous comics on the planet. I'm sorry, Walter. He is.
I don't.
Do you ever think, it looks like Walter's ready for retirement, but are you ever ready to stop?
Oh, you know what?
No, he's not going to retire.
No, I don't think so. I love doing what I do. And people say, why don't you go to Vegas? No, because Vegas is either the beginning or the end of a career. And I love playing in Vegas, but I don't want to stay there. I love staying on the road, and I love being on the bus. But here's the funny point. I don't think I pointed this out last time. When Walter and I started out together, I was in college, so it was young man, old man. Life went on. He started making fun of me when I got married. He made fun of me when I got divorced, made fun of me when I got married again, made fun of me with kids and all that. Very soon, and I got older.
I look exactly the same. Right, yeah. So pretty soon, we're going to look like the Sunshine Boys doing jokes about our prostates. Probably, yeah.
It'll work.
I love it.
Walter has a De Niro thing going on.
He kind of does.
We have De Niro.
You got a De Niro impression you could do, Walter?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I look like De Niro?
A little bit.
I hate Trump, I guess.
No politics.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Always keeping us on our toes, Walter. DBL Nation, don't miss I'm with Cupid February 3rd on Comedy Central. Thank you again, Jeff. Thank you, Walter. We'll be right back.
Sorry for Sam's De Niro.
It looks like De Niro.
I hated the whole thing.
Thank you.
That was a good response.
Thanks, man.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Hey, Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, DBL Nation. I am super excited to show you the deals today, and as ever, they are fabulous. So get ready to come shopping with me. First up today, we've got the certified renewed Shark Navigator Swivel Pro self-cleaning upright vacuum. Look at this. The deal includes one vacuum, one crevice tool, and one pet hair tool. So normally this is $250 new. However, we have got this certified renewed vacuum for $89.99, which is saving 64%. This is one of my favorite things we've got today. It is the Root Let's Party Peel and Girlfriend Primer Set. The Party Peel is a gentle yet powerful exfoliant that lifts dead skin cells, leaving behind smoother, softer, and more radiant skin. And then the Girlfriend Primer will reduce the look of fine lines and pores, and will also serve as a makeup primer for flawless application. So normally this set is $90, but we have got it for $19.99, which is saving 78%. Check out this. We've got the 2-pack Griffin wireless charging stands. This deal includes 2 chargers available in 5 different colors. So normally this is $50. We have got a 2-pack for $15, which is saving 70%. And then check out this. This is super handy too. It's our last product, the Comfort Zone 3-stage HEPA Wi-Fi air purifier with 4 replacement filters. So this deal includes 1 air purifier and 4 filters. So normally this is $158, but we have got this for $49.99, which is saving 68%.
I love it. Great job, Steph. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan the QR code on your screen to take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, and a Chicago area zoo has a very unique present. Once again, they are letting people name cockroaches after their exes or even a former friend. In exchange for $15, which is a donation, you'll receive a certificate of naming that can be filled out and hung up on your wall. The Bronx Zoo is also allowing folks the same honor. Would any of you do any of this? Maybe when you're younger?
Hang a cockroach up on your wall?
Not a cockroach. No, the certificate that you named the cockroach after your ex.
To let everybody in your home know that you can't move forward? Oh, I'm not an adult and I need to celebrate this person from 2. Move on, guys. Life is short. It's all right. Cockroaches are gross. I don't even want to talk about it.
DBL's new every day. We'll see you same place, same time tomorrow. Bye.